So when you're making changes or corrections to your Olympic lifting technique, I want you to think of these changes along the line of a spectrum. So on one end of the spectrum, we have technique that's wrong or incorrect. And then on the other end of the spectrum, it's also wrong or incorrect. And what we have here is this point in the middle. And I'm going to call this point P. Okay, P stands for perfection. We're always trying to reach for perfection or work towards it in every movement, and especially in our Olympic lifting. We might never get there, but we're always aiming for it. Maybe only the elite weightlifters in the world kind of sit on this knife edge for a limited period of time, and we're always trying to work towards it as well. So let's just use hip contact with a bar in the context of a snatch as an example. So, okay, oftentimes we'll have someone who's doing a snatch, and if they're brand new to it, usually what will happen is, they'll do their first couple of snatches, they'll pull the bar straight up off the ground, and the bar pat will look something like that, okay? And that is wrong. You want to make sure you're bringing the bar into your body, you're making contact with your hips. So we're trying to get them to work towards that direction, get them working towards perfection, even if they never get there. So in this situation, we have someone who's making no contact. Okay, now let's just say then we get them doing a bunch of drills. We show them X, Y, Z, barbell complexes, whatever it is. They start making great contact. Contact is so good in this case, it's actually too much contact. Okay, so they've gone way over this far. They've gone too far in the wrong direction, and that's not good. So now they end up making too much contact with the bar and their hips. So in that situation, the bar pat's going to look like this. The bar is going to come up off the ground. They're going to give it a massive whack with their hips. They'll have this huge question mark curve then for their barbell pat, and that's also wrong. Okay, you don't want that either. That's going to lead to a whole bunch of other problems. So then what we have to do is try and bring them back again in this direction, back towards that point of perfection, trying to aim for that perfect lift. And hopefully over time then is what we get, if we correct things in a good way, we have a barbell pat that comes slightly back up off the ground into your hip, then we make contact with it, and then it comes up and curves around, and you have a bar pat that looks more like a crooked walking stick. Okay, that's kind of the correct bar pat. Not straight, not over exaggerated, but something in the middle, working towards this point of perfection. So if you get a cue off your coach and we're trying to fix something one week, and then maybe the next week you might get some cue that sounds contradictory or the opposite or something like that from him or her, usually it'll be something that's gone too far the wrong direction and we're trying to fix it. Okay, so this is always the game we're playing with Olympic lifting, trying to get towards that perfect lift. Might never get there, but always working over and back around this point. So just keep that in mind next time you're working with a coach or working with some cues that you've gotten from your coach. Yeah, this is basically the game that's played in Olympic weightlifting.